Hello everyone. In this tutorial we will be creating a door and curved window for our 3D scene. Let's begin by adding some loop cuts to define the placement of the door. Next, we will remove the unnecessary face at the bottom. Now, select these three edges and extrude them inward. To create a copy of these edges, press Shift D and then split them by pressing P and selecting Selection. Select all the edges and press F to create a polygon and form the middle part. To create a loop cut, press Ctrl R into two edges by using Ctrl V. Now let's make a copy of this face and extrude it. Next, we need to create 4 additional polygons to convert it into an 8-sided shape and eventually a circle. Let's proceed by making the necessary divisions. First, select the 4 faces you want to convert into an 8-sided shape. Right click on the selection and go to Loop Tools. Click on Circle to transform the square shape into an 8-sided shape, which is what we want. If you don't see the Loop Tools option, go to Edit and select Preferences. In the Preferences window, navigate to the Add-ons tab and search for Loop Tools. Check the box to enable it. Now that you have access to the Loop Tools menu, extrude the selected faces inward. After that, you can proceed to bevel the desired edges to add more detail and refinement to the model. If you add subdivision to the model, you may notice some artifacts or issues on the top and bottom surfaces. This is because we didn't insert the 8-sided shape before extrusion. To resolve this, let's take a different approach. First, turn off the subdivision surface modifier. Next, we will use the knife tool to make the necessary adjustments. Press K to activate the knife tool. Now we need to remove the n-gons, which are polygons with more than 4 sides. To do this, we will merge 2 vertices into one. To merge vertices, open the tool menu by pressing N and enable the auto merge option. Set your snap mode to vertex. You can usually find this option in the toolbar or the end panel under the snap tab. This will automatically merge vertices when they come close to each other. This is indeed a useful tip that can save time and effort. Remember to turn off the auto merge and snap features once you have completed the desired vertex, as they can potentially cause issue if left enabled unintentionally. Let's set our origin to the center by selecting the object and choosing Set Origin from the toolbar. To apply these new edges on left side as well, press Alt X to to mirror the changes and automatically merge the vertices. Next, we can add loop cuts to control subdivision. As you can see, when we increase the subdivision level, there are no issues with the edges. To create the bottom of the door, we simply need to insert the face and then extrude it. Set the shading to auto smooth to have better control over the shading. We can set our viewport shading to matcap material to better visualize any shading issue. Now, let's proceed to create the upper part. First, make a copy of the face and split it. Then, adjust its vertices accordingly. Next, extrude and shape it as needed. After that, delete the original face and proceed to bevel the edges. Lastly, remember to adjust the shading to smooth for a better visual result. Let's proceed with the next steps. Select all the polygons and press Shift S to snap the 3D cursor to the selected area. Now, bring a cube and scale and adjust it accordingly. Set the front face of the cube and split it into 4 quads. Next, Select these quads, right click and go to loop tools and select circle. Now extrude the selected quads inward and adjust the vertices to avoid any potential issues after applying subdivision. Continue, select the desired edges and apply a bevel to them. Then use subdivision remove the unnecessary faces and edges that are no longer needed. Next, add a UV sphere. Rotate it and remove half of it. Scale the remaining half, first in all axes and then specifically in the X direction. Join these two objects together and move them back into position. Now, let's focus on the door. Split the desired face and add some horizontal loop cuts. Bevel these loop cuts and added detail. Extrude the bottom face and add a loop cut on top of it. Now let's proceed to extrude the other faces into positions. However, be cautious when beveling the edges, as it can cause some issues as we have encountered before. To fix this, It's recommended to remove the adjacent polygons first, and then perform all the bevel action. As you can see, the edge should now appear fine without any bugs or glitches. Now let's create the bottom part. Extrude these two faces and move the top edges accordingly. Remove any extra polygons that are no longer needed. Next, bevel the edges and set the shading to smooth for a better visual result. Now, let's focus on creating the curved window. First, we need to add and adjust these loop cuts to prepare the geometry for the curved shape. Let's remove these faces. Select the top edges and extrude them in the Z-axis, while ensuring that the snapping is enabled in vertex mode. Now let's merge these vertices by selecting all of them and pressing M and then choosing merge by distance to remove any duplicate vertices. Next, add another loop cut here and merge the vertices once again. Now select these edges and bevel them. Then split the resulting geometry and add loop cuts to create frames. After applying all transformations, extrude the frames along their normals to give them depth. Alright, let's proceed by splitting the frame and adding some loop cuts on the window. Bevel these loop cuts to add some detail. Next, extrude this face and remove the outer polygon. As we mentioned, there are multiple ways to bevel these edges, each resulting in different shading outcomes. To better visualize and understand the shading of our object, let's change the material to a red matcap material. This will provide a clearer view of what's happening with the object's shading. Great. Take a look at the different shading results between the two methods. The second method utilizes hard ups, which create a different shading effect. We can explore this further in future videos. For now, let's proceed by applying the bevels using subdivision to further refine the geometry and control it with loop cuts if necessary. Apply the subdivision modifier when you're satisfied with the result. Congratulations! We're done for today. Good luck with your project and don't forget to support us if you liked our assistance. See you.